Hi. It's a little bit rainy today. It is Sunday, April 13th. We had a little snow, now we're having a little rain. April in the Atlantic provinces in Canada. So, had a pretty good day yesterday. I went out of city, went to another city for a visit. And chatted with some people. And spoke, and they listened. I mean, of course, I had to hear these words too, so we listened together. And there was one sweet, she's a beautiful lady, cat eyes, she's beautiful. She said she was 82, and she was talking, and she was frustrated with having to look after somebody and just really having no time to herself. And she kept saying, I don't want to sound like I'm being mean or anything or that. And all I could keep thinking of was, well, yeah, you're kind of pissed off. Yeah, you're kind of pissed off that you're doing all this and you're just frustrated. And because we were in an area where it was spiritual, and I realized that she was trying not to sound that she was angry and pissed off, which is what we are conditioned to do, right? Especially in the spiritual. So, and the other gentleman was upset with what was going on in the building below him with all the noise. So before I left, I was like thinking back on all my lessons, and I looked at him and I said, well, yes, it's frustrating, and yes, you're allowed to have your feelings, and yes, you're allowed to be whatever you want to be. I said, the thing is ask yourself why you put yourself in this place and why this is frustrating you and why it's going on. So in essence, ask yourself, what is there for you to learn? Why did you put yourself here to learn this? Which made the whole energy kind of switch. And then I said to that sweet little lady, I said, and you, I said, I heard you speaking, I heard your frustration, and I heard that you felt like just being angry. I said, and you know what? I almost said, well, why don't you just say what you mean? Because everything is spiritual, even your anger, even your frustration, everything is. And she said, you know what? And I could feel her energy shift. And she said, you know what? Thank you for showing me that. I said, well, this is what I learned. I learned that absolutely zero people or anything or any being has any authority over me. Zero. So why should I worry about what they think? And neither should you, because I have zero authority over you or anybody else. So just be you, because the only thing that we have right now is the minute, the second that we're in. And I'm just realizing this as I'm speaking this. Well, not as I'm speaking it. I know the words, but it just became more real as I spoke it. Which in turn is, even though these people were listening to me, I was listening to them. And I believe we learned from each other. And I was so grateful for that. And she said, you know, thank you. And she came over and she gave me a hug. And that felt good. It felt good that these people heard me. And it felt good that I heard them. Anyway, just letting you know that just tiny little conversations, things that you hear. Hello, chickadee. Are sometimes teaching. And everything. is approved. Aho.